We have a lot of competition. There is no competition. They're only copycat.
That's right.
And I can say that with confidence because you guys know that there is no competition out there. A lot of those guys, and many of those people out there is my teammate, my downline for whatever reason. It's just, to be able to become big and to think big and to do big and to give all you got, it takes more than some of the people who just try to come out with some new name, with some new comp. They're all watching us and they all copy it. Okay. Back to what we do here today. There's 30 million people that we can reach in by 2030. We can build 1,000 who have 1,000. By the way, you don't have to be good like Alex Chan, because he might downline, but he's a lot better than me. I don't have to be very good on sales, but I'm good enough to train him. Listen, there's a baseline that we all have, and I give Alex all the baseline, all the fundamentals. But he can excel. But I'm good on the baseline. And you can be good on the baseline too. And in fact, majority of the people here today, you exceed my ability. My goal before is like 1 sales a day. And every day I go out, that's what my goal. And a lot of times I don't hit it, but many times I hit it, But I know that with that goal, I can do 1 a day. And on the average, I do about 15 a month. Part of that, if I devote 100% on sale, I can do it. But I think that I'm more interested to building people. And most of the time I sell, I do field training sale. When I go out the field, it gotta be, my priority is to duplicate someone. So my sale have to be simple, have to be clear, have to be fast, have to be doable. Now, I'm gonna talk with you about the new flip chart. And this is also a thing about 39 years of the banking. Nothing come overnight. I probably one of the person in this industry create more flip chart than anybody out there. I've created, I work on it, and our team work on it, and we refine it, and we change it. And today, we stopped doing the flip chart for almost 10 years. I have pretty good back.
Coffee.
In 2015, we come out with this book. You know that. The concept for me to be able to build an industry, can we do something that is so doable that everybody can be able to build this business with somebody who, let's say somebody who's the shyest person, the most introvert, the people who have very low command in the language, or many of them even speak the language fluently. Can they do this business? And the answer in my head, yes. We could do it, and we have to figure out a way.
Can do it.
That would allow me today to have 40,000 people who is licensed already, and then I think that another 20, 30,000 people on the process of license or join our team. So you have to think doable when you do this business. The more you make things always so hard, you should do yourself a disservice. This is a very doable. It is proven. So can we do something? So the first thing, since 2004, I just realized that can we do something? Can we sell something? Can we unsell the selling process? So in 2004, we come up with a flip chart that have no number whatsoever. Because up to that point, every one of us come out, we have to explain, all the math, and every time you do the math, the potential client or the potential recruit look into that thing and they try that when you show a flip chart with a number, they tend to think, is the number correct or not? Where's the fine print? And I decided to have a flip chart. We have no number and no compensation, because you say, oh, you do this, you make this money, you do that, you make this money. And a lot of people will say, is it sure? Is that a pyramid scheme and things like that? You can make 100,000. The more you say, sometimes the more you create issue for you. So that flip chart, we go for quite a number of years, 2004, and over the year we keep doing that, and we grow. The challenge is, up to that point, in 2004, I find a lot of men and women who is very intelligent, very capable in every other area in their life, but when they come to here, they are shaking, they have problem doing the flip chart because they're afraid. When you talk about compensation, they say, if you do this, you make money. They're afraid people ask, but have you made money yet? So they don't know how to answer that. I teach them, well, we just started, but this is the come. And then we also show them about Rule 72 and the emotion chart with the stock market, history of the market, and so on and so on. So a lot of us go to that path, which is the industry path. So I decided to change that. Can we do it? Even, the most unsophisticated people can do that. So I decided maybe we create a flip chart where people just point and read. Because it's good enough, you don't have to try so hard. And that's how we start with the concept and try to make the flip chart easy. And we do it for a while. And we grow, but it's not really changed the way we want it. So one day I decided to make another gamble to do away with the flip chart. And to replace that, we come out with this book in 2005. I think that my intention is that if a social worker like me who go to see another co-worker, or a guy like me to see an engineer, and I put a flip chart, number one thing they're going to ask, what are you going to try to sell to me? What kind of thing you're going to do to me? So I started, there got to be a better way for us, so not so strong people. There's got to be a simple way for simple people to do that. And maybe, so we took time to write this book. And we come out with this one. And the concept of selling will turn into the concept called sharing. We're not going to sell anymore. We unsell this thing. We're going to share. When you bring the flip chart, it looks like more selling, but you give a book. You can do a presentation with the book. You can share the information in the book, but it's less a salesperson. Because after all, we want to expand faster. If anybody who joins business, to me, they should be within 1 or 2 days to be able to make a presentation. Up to that point, before, I think that take people a month and still want to have the trainer, and they cannot do the presentation. So that's the concept. Or I say, in 2005, why don't we just go out and give people this one and ask them to read it? And then when they read it, tell them when you come back the next few days and we discuss about it. And course, there are a lot of resistance in the early day, and then eventually people feel good about it, and then they try it a few times, and things begin to work. And today we have more than 2 million have been sharing, and many people share one book many times. And that's also, I think, the fundamental that bring this organization growing to what it is today, because it's easier to do the business. And I think that another step we do today, we're going to try to be able to enhance that. So we do this thing for a while, and this book, when people ask me and you, they ask, what are you guys doing? And we say, yeah, we do financial services, we do a lot of things, and we pull out a flip chart. There's still a lot of pushback. So, from the day we have this book coming out, things begin to get easier for our team. And many people don't have to wait for the trainer to take them out of the field. They can just have this book and share with someone. Maybe they read a few paragraphs, or just show them a favorite paragraph that they understand. If you read it, you can share it. And this is written in a very simple level that anyone can do. In fact, making a sale right in this book. And in this book, we talk about financial foundation. We talk about Rule 72. We talk about save early. We talk about compound interest. We talk about X-curve. Everything about fundamental of financial foundation of a sale is in the book. So I ask people, so we try to experiment in periods in the last 10 years now. We tell people, why don't you flip this page? On this page, you share the issue about the business, the importance of a financial foundation, like MO rate. And you talk about the wealth formula. You talk about small change and give it big impact. Or you talk about save early, Rule 72, rate of return, or real rate of return. You talk about inflation, and you talk about taxes issue. Tax now, tax later, tax advantage. So I said that, why do we need to make a sale? Why don't you share this thing? Anybody who really want to know about fundamental of the business, of financial, personal finances, right in this book. And a lot of our team may begin to understand and begin to use this one. And many of us share this book, ask the client to read it, and we make the sale. The sale because they understand. We decide to make a concept, we don't even need to make a sale. They understand, and then we can sit down and plan for the future. So that's why we more emphasize on reading the book, sharing the book, and do the financial analysis, just like the 4 people in front of me. And there's any question, we just close the sale. And went very well until about 2 months ago. I come to Houston, and Frank sits right here. He asked me, Coach, this worked well for me. My team's growing, but there's a little duplication issue because I showed them to open this page, show financial foundation, and then wealth formula, and so on. I follow your instruction, I do it. But some of my guys, sometimes they don't do like what I do. They open different pages. So duplication becomes an issue. And when my guy do that, and when they do that team, the team do a different page. So I said to Frank is that I'm not sure I'm willing to go back to solve the problem, but create the new problem or the old problem, which is when you open the flip chart, there we go again. Maybe it's easier to do the flip chart, but the feeling of being shared is lost. But then I think about, if we want to do something big, we are open for suggestion, and we're always willing to make a change. But we don't do it overnight. I can think about that, and it takes me months until I decided to show you this one. And you can see that Alec, when I see this one, he's very, very excited. I shared a couple of times on our Tuesday call and to our leadership a few times. But today I want to discuss with you a little bit more about this flip chart. This is not really a flip chart, but it's more like a summary of this one.
Yeah, sounds good.
So what I want you to understand the spirit of this one, there is no different what we're doing. We're gonna continue to use this book. We want to continue to unsell the selling process. We don't want people to buy because we make a sale, but we want people to buy because they read, they understand the financial issue. And we are not selling product, we sell financial foundation. That's the whole idea about this book, is the basic principle of building a financial foundation. And so this flip chart is actually exactly the same, this basic principle of financial foundation. And this flip chart is an extract of this book. So if I go to people's home and I see the client and go to Frank and I say, Frank, I want you to be financially educated, starting this one. Besides, we also have the workshop, which is the workbook. The workbook, you all know about this workbook, right? This workshop. And everything in this book and this workshop is the same thing. The workshop is to be able for you to understand about issues important to your financial future. But here I want to make a summary about this book. So this flip chart is a summary of the book. So it gives the trainer like us a track. It solves the problem for Frank, which is duplication, which is his teammate. So that now Frank can be able to go out and talk about this book with a track, which is this one. Do you follow me? So this I want to talk about very carefully. That's how we use this book, because we do not want to deviate from the focus of helping people understand about financial concept and principle through this book and the workshop. But we can be able to have a track to talk about, right? And all you have to do right now to take a person out with this book, with this toolbook, and say, we will explain to you what we do, and when you like it, we want to be part of the workshop. We also like to going to help you to look into your financial issue, so you be aware of that, and you can determine about your future. We're going to take some information with you, if you like to. But as you're gonna read about this book and we're gonna do the workshop with you on this book, I want you to know this is what we talk about. And everything I talk about in this summary is from the different page of this book. So as another word, on the other hand, it's proven because everything in here, in the corner, you can see that page 7 of your future, of this book. So this is page 7. Over here, page 7. You talk about the X curve, page 24. Page 24. When I do this one, I put maybe some yellow mark and I show the people. My job here to do this flip chart is to encourage the people to read this page. Because when I finish with the flip chart, I'm going to leave this book for the person. Or if I ever make a sale, I also leave this book to the client. So the client is so clear of what they just own. They own a beginning of strong financial foundation. So that's how we're going to change this industry. Because based on all the solutions our leader here talked, we're not going to just sell insurance anymore. We're not even just sell long-term care. We don't want to just do investment. We gotta have a new approach for our family. And people don't want to build wealth. And the industry can talk about wealth. You have a social worker go talk about building wealth. Who believe in you? You have a housewife going to talk about becoming wealthy. Why don't we talk about a solid financial foundation? About becoming financially secure? About understand principle of a strong financial foundation. That's what we did. So I'm sure that many of you here, like me, when we talk about sale, we're scared to that. But I think we will feel very easy to going out and share this book and use this summary, saving your future. All right? All right. So maybe quickly I can use the PowerPoint. We kind of run out of time, but we do quickly and we can roll back and on a Tuesday and then on a Wednesday we're going to do the training again and again, and you will apply it. I don't think that is a difficult ease in for the flip chart. With this book, we all use this book for the last 10 years. Now with the flip chart, it's a piece of cake. It's a summary. All right? So, Frank, I want to share with you from this book, Saving Your Future, and here the summary. It's important that we have to understand basic principle of building a financial foundation. You know, I cannot stress enough about a financial foundation, because without a foundation, we cannot have anything to build on, especially a financial house. You know, people like us facing all kinds of challenges. You know, from never know how to do budget, and we have no goal. We tend to spend more than we make. Most people I know have no emergency fund. Most people live paycheck to paycheck. And incredible amount of debt. And unfortunately, most of the people, like my circle, we do not want to talk about financial. They're not interested about it. Those bad habits and poor decisions can always add up. Yet we have a lot of people out there, they are wealthy. And then one thing I can tell you when I get to the business, that is something that people become wealthy because they're good with money. What do they know that we don't? Frank? Good news, people live longer. You know, this is labor statistic. You know, by 2060, which many of us are going to go to, the Asian rate going to go to 87, with woman going to start, average going to be 86, and with man 86, and woman going to be close to 90. And I'm sure that many of them are going to surpass 100. Living up to the 90 right now is not is a very good possibility. Many people will live longer, but unfortunately we have challenge. Living longer doesn't mean that you live healthier. Incredible challenge. The flip side also, this page we want to dedicate to the true market that we are expanding to. I'm so excited because tomorrow Dr. Coughlin is going to talk about the longevity issue in America, in the world. You know, it is aware right now and not reversible. The birth rate is low. Also divorce, people live longer. They're more single parent. The family unit gets smaller and smaller. Used to be a lot of people in the family nowadays, many families, maybe one or two people living. Or maybe the couple have one or two kids and not living with them, or maybe a single mother with a child. What's going to happen when you get old, right? When you live longer, the health issue, are you ready for it? Where do you live? And who you live with? Are you going to move in with your son? Or your son going to go back and move with you? Are they in the same town or in a different place? Are you staying in the same house or to climb the thing, or you have to find a house that's easy for you? That's incredible issue. And then transportation and the mobility. Who's going to take care of you? Who's going to drive you around? As I speak right now, in my family, and Washington here knows that, you know, very close to us, there's people in the circle of family, the husband that go through cancer, and he in the 70s, and his wife also have Alzheimer. Who take care of them? Well, brothers and sisters in the family take turn to come help them. At the same time, in that family, there's another brother who is like 74 years old, take care of a sister almost 80, and a sister part of the family who have Alzheimer. So the 74 years old take care of the Alzheimer sister at 80. Do you know anybody around that like you?
My family.
And then that couple we talked to, the son is not living with them. They have one son who lives far away. So that's why brother and sister come in. The biggest epidemic in this country coming right in front of us right now, and it's open a big market for us, is longevity. What about the issue of health transfer? Health directive, you know, the will and trust, and are they prepared for the long-term future? The question is that are you too busy for the first half of your life to prepare for the second half? Are we? So I'm going to go through this one, and you already, you know, right now we run out of time. We're gonna, but we talk about the X curve. The only thing we change the X curve is that you die too soon and you live too long. I can see that our life right now with the X curve that is facing two phases. Phase one is when you're young, you don't have money, you have to have a lot of protection. That phase is a phase that will take care of your family. But the second, when you want to take care of your family, that's where the diamond come in. But when later on, you have to prepare to take care of yourself because nobody gonna take care of you. How many of you here prepared to have your kid take care of you?
No
or
way.
your brother, your sister gonna come and help you. Why don't you take a proactive approach right now to plan for your future? That's why you have to think about wealth formula. That way we have a 10-20 formula. You need 10 times your income to protect your family and 20 times of your income to take care of your future. We talk about that roll up. In page 11, we talk about compound interest, rule 72. And you know, we talk about money after tax and inflation. What do you have? In this example, you need to have more than 5% rate return to be able to get some to be able to take care of your inflation and your taxes, saving your future. This one we already talked about. Inflation, the cost of living. So you want to retire today at 4,000. In 20 years, monthly, you gotta have $7,200. Do you understand about tax? When you save money, when you plan your future, does it have do you have a strategy? Do you have a growth strategy or a managed growth strategy that help you grow with safety, with tax advantage and protection? I fly through this. Building your future. When building a house, you have to make sure all the aspects of the house, the foundation, the roof, the electrical, plumbing, interior are all working together. The same apply when you build your financial future. You know, you look at the guy on the left, he's confused. But with a builder, which is you, next to it, he can put his financial house, financial foundation in order. That's why you need the financial checkup.
Amazing.
You know, this is financial need analysis, and you need to know what you want, your goal, immediate goal, and 1 to 5 year goal, and or 5 year more. Now, so you was able to revolutionize this industry. No longer the day you have to talk about, I have the best product. No. The other product is not good. I like my product. No. We go out to talk about important issue about family, financial foundation. Is that better way to talk with our friend, our family, than go out and show that you have the best product in the world?
Yeah.
Is that good that you're going to be able to help them to understand their own personal foundation by helping them with a financial checkup? So that you can write down in a financial foundation, this is currently what you have and what you don't have, and this is your goal. And then, you know what? And by the way, here you the financial foundation, and if you find that you do not have enough money to do this thing, well, how about think about this? Why don't you join us? Make an extra income on a part-time basis and create a multiple source of income for your future, just like myself. Be part of the campaign that's revolutionize the financial industry with a system that preaches financial education and financial independence. Pretty much just point and read. And with that, you will create, just like instead that you give the blue book, you open a few pages and go look through that summary, and people say, wow, what a good book. I need to read it. And by the way, we're going to come back with some information for you to show you where your foundation right now and what it used to be, and we'll discuss more about it. Don't you think? for well-informed consumer. If there's something important to their family, you don't have to make a sale. They will make a decision for themselves. And also for some people who realize that, they need to have more saving for their future. They need to prepare for longevity, and maybe they don't have the resort ready for that. Maybe they want to join us. So this blue book and this workshop, the integrity of the whole thing is to help people to understand vital important mission. We redirect the people into the main thing of their life is what the future gonna look like, and allow the people like us to increase intensity, also the quality and the quantity of our contact, and so that the new person is not about you and me. The brand new person, like Frank said, they have a duplicated system so that we can be able to fulfill our goal to educate 30 million people by the year 2030. That is what we want to do. All right? And you and I know that when you do it right, and you do it good, and you do it all your heart and what you believe in, people will rise up and they will know, they will take care of their family. They will be just like us. And I think that we're going to have an explosion. I think this one, I expect out here, we have a clear action plan. I think many of you can do this one a day, don't you? I mean, think about, you can do it at lunch. You can do it at lunch. You can do it after lunch. You can do it in the evening. You can even do it in breakfast. You can do it anytime you want. Educate someone, and you have a track to talk about, and invite them to the workshop. Show them, share with them the financial